It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship-caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
Play action. It's Smith. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. First carry here for Ken Walker. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 36. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Geno now to throw. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Smith. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to throw, Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And I can't help but chuckle as we look at last year's stats for Aaron Rodgers. 0 for 1, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I can't believe that we're looking at a stat line like that, but remember, he only played 4 plays. The Jets know that will not be a stat line for this year, and they can't wait to see the old numbers replace the ones you're seeing there.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now 3rd down and very long. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Smith. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Smith. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
To throw is Smith. And incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Well, now how about this return? And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now it's Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out come the Jets. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith. And his throw here's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He completes this to Walker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now it's Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A gain of 3, second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 25 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run. Anders Carlson now for the point after.
And that one makes it 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man here is Conklin. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quentin Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. It's Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Straight ahead, Walker. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Geno. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And trying to find Jackson Smith and Jigba, but it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Here's Walker, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams, 27 yards. And the Jets are back within a score.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Now Carlson for the extra point.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now Smith.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Throw out wide to Walker.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And out across midfield down to the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
Throwing is Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Smith.
He'll find Metcalf. .38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Walker. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now it's Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Out of the gun, Smith. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag
and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you evolved. You know, you learned how to play it the Madden way.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. On the counter, it's Walker, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Metcalf motions left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. There's big Quinnen Williams, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Smith.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
New York set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Oh, some strong running. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And fights him off.
And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And out now come the Seahawks.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And going right back to Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Smith. And Walker has it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Hall. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at the 20. Geno now to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Running left is Walker.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He'll get that to Charbonnet. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Here's Smith.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A quick throw out to Lockett.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
To the air again, Smith.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Geno.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Second and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring.
Throwing now is Geno. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Rodgers now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. CD, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Here's second down.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Carlson on for the extra point.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Smith. Gets this to Fant.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Smith. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Smith's going to throw it. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. New York's offense back out there and set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Now 2nd and 4.
Rodgers to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.